And we are live. So, in today's video, I will be sharing with you the scary thing about trying something new, in particular a YouTube channel. Coming up next, guys, stay tuned. Welcome back and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is David and today I'll be sharing with you my nerve-wracking experience of starting a YouTube channel. So it basically started out during March 2020 at the start of the MCO, and I was kind of locked up in my apartment by myself for 3 months, separated from my family and all. So it was at that time when I actually had more time to myself to sort of learn new things. So YouTube came to mind and I was watching a lot of YouTube then, but then again, a lot of people were also, right? Because you're cooped up at home. Anyway, the hardest part of it all is obviously the first part. Just the thought of speaking in front of the camera can be quite nerve-wracking. And of course, I was worried about my friends who would be saying things like, this middle-aged guy going through some midlife crisis or something, and the list goes on. And I was thinking all this sort of things, and honestly, they're not even true. It was mostly in my head, but here's what I learned along the way. Firstly, most people actually don't give a damn what you're doing. They're just too busy living their own lives and going through their day, and they couldn't care less. And secondly, vlogging is generally very accepted now, and people do understand what it's all about. So for those people who took notice of this very handsome guy holding a camera, talking to himself, they have been very supportive, and I really appreciate that. And believe it or not, there are even some people who actually want to be in the video. That actually makes it even more fun because, when I was shooting food videos out there, people were kind enough to offer free food, generally very welcoming. And also another thing is that I discovered along the way is that people are actually very curious about this sort of thing. And no matter how niche or how silly you may feel or think, at that time I was just thinking out to myself, oh my god, why I'm going to start a food vlog, and there's a ton of them out there. There's so many foodie vloggers out there already. Why the hell are you doing the same thing? And surprisingly, there'll still be people watching your stuff, and people will want to watch it because of you. So it feels kind of nice. And I also feel that vlogging is also very much about sharing your experiences out there, and people do appreciate it. And a lot of them will actually encourage you along the way. I remember doing a food run in Petaling Street. I did a video in Petaling Street, Chinatown. And then suddenly this guy came up to me and he said, hey, I recognize you, I actually enjoy watching your videos. By the way, if you want to check out that Chinatown video, I will leave down the links in the description section below. And then there was also this other time when I was looking for a new place to move into last year and met up with the real estate agent, and the agent was like, hey, you're the guy that actually does YouTube food videos, right? And these are complete strangers. So it's actually, it's nice in that sense where people appreciate your stuff. And I also think that another thing about trying something new is that by willing to sort of put yourself out there, you actually give yourself much better exposure. And it helps not just in YouTube, but in many other ways. Like in most situations in life, if you're willing to sort of put yourself out there, you give yourself a bit more exposure. For example, in school, if you were more active in school and in extracurricular activities, you'd be sort of considered for more opportunities because, people notice you. And, that's where your opportunities for prefect, class monitor, all of that comes in. And the same goes for even in the business world. When you're doing business and you're a bit more active and you're doing more presentations, again, you're putting yourself out there, and so happens you get more opportunities for business. So I think it's the same principle. So it has worked out pretty well for me, I must say, because firstly, I'm involved with a few different businesses, and it has indirectly given me a bit more exposure, and sort of people are more likely to start a conversation with me. And they go hey, you're the guy that makes YouTube videos and all that, and the conversation starts from there, and people are generally very curious about stuff like that. The other fun thing about trying something new is that you really get to meet new people and also expand your network, especially when I was doing the Malaysian home kitchen series, and I did it with celebrity comedian Joanne Kampopo. I mean, I know who she is and I used to watch her shows and all that, But never in a million years that I would imagine that I would be at her home shooting a food video. It was kind of nerve-wracking, but she was very, very professional and obviously very seasoned, so it was a very good experience. So my experience with trying something new has been quite interesting so far, and sometimes I guess it's all about stepping out of your comfort zone, and suddenly it really opens up new opportunities. And the good thing is that you get better at making videos, so it doesn't take me that long anymore to produce a video. But I still feel kind of silly holding a camera walking around, I won't lie to you. It is what it is, really. Oh yeah, and I also rekindled a friendship recently with an old friend of mine for like 20 years. His name is Jason, and it turns out that he started a YouTube channel the same time as me. So what we decided to do is that we did a collab in a mala restaurant. Unfortunately, that video never made it out because the sound quality was just terrible. But the food in that restaurant is really good, One of the better mala restaurants out there in Kuala Lumpur. Definitely worth trying. I would also leave down the links to the restaurant and also to Jason's channel below, so in case you guys want to check it out. So this has been my experience with trying something completely new. A bit scary in the beginning, but it's been a really positive experience. Anyway, if you'd like me to make more videos like this, let me know in the comment section below. And if you've enjoyed watching today's video, consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, and also to hit that bell. Give it a like, it costs you nothing, and also it does a lot for our YouTube algorithms. And since you're here, why not watch another video? I'll see you in the next one then. Ciao.